What do you do when you're stuck? You thought you had a direction, you thought you had a goal, you have your habits, your routine, you know what to do, you have your action plan, but something happens and you're stuck. Or you have your goal, but you don't know where to start. Or you know where to start, but you still have those days of, oh, why? So if you're stuck, I'm going to teach you a transformational practice that I have been using myself for the last few years, maybe 5 or 6, and it has helped me in all areas of my life. So there needs to be a distinction between feeling demotivated, whether it's temporary or if it's being stuck, meaning it's a little bit more permanent or requires longer time to fix it. From my personal experience, I find that if it's permanent, usually it's a cause of outside of my control events that happen. And if it's demotivation, usually it comes from me, right? So if it's demotivation, go back to your goal. If you haven't watched the video about goals, I recommend you do so. And I shared there a technique called well-formed outcome, where you create a picture that will pull you towards it. So it's easier to do something that you want. So it's easier to get closer to your goal every single day. So if you feel demotivated, it's temporary. And what I recommend you do is, a quick check. Are your basic needs met? Did you have a good sleep? Are you sleep deprived? Did you eat well? You did not eat well? Something happened? What is it? Are you still excited about this goal? Are you still aligned with this goal, or something shifted and you need to review it? And if it's more permanent and it's a cause that originated from the external world, it's a different story, okay? So I'm going to share with you 2 questions you can ask yourself that will help you in both situations, and I'll be giving you examples as well. Hi, my name is Elena, and welcome back to Fluent in Life. Here we talk about mindset, tools, and techniques that will help you to live a more enjoyable life. So if you're stuck, your 2 best friends from now on are who and what. Exactly, who and what, not why. The most common problem I see is people asking themselves the wrong question. Why? Why is this happening to me? Why I can't do this? Why I can't wake up in the morning? Why is it so hard? Why is it hard going to the gym? Why is it hard doing something else? Why no one is helping me, etc. Sounds familiar? I've been there too. So there's a problem-oriented mindset, which is why, whose fault it is, why I ended up here, and solution-oriented mindset. What and who? What can I do? What can help? Who do I know? What resources do I need? Etc. See, your brain is primed for finding answers if you have the right question. The wrong question is why. The right question is what and who. Because think about it, even within yourself, if you ask yourself, why this thing is so hard, is a solution coming to mind? No. Your brain is like, okay, I don't know what to do with this, but okay, fine. It's a dead end. But if you redirect it and you ask yourself, what can I do to feel better? Who can help? What resources do I need? You instantly feel like your brain is scanning for solutions, for answers. And this is really, really, really empowering. While the why question will just keep you stuck. So, for example, say at work you want a promotion, but your coworker just got it. Of course, you're upset. It's normal. So instead of asking yourself, why I'm so unlucky, why my boss didn't see the efforts, why I was not promoted, etc., what you can ask yourself is, what the other coworker did differently that maybe I didn't do? Who do I know who recently got a promotion and I can talk to them to ask to pick their brain how they did it? What resources do I need to get a promotion? Maybe you need an additional course. Maybe you need to be more proactive. Maybe it's something else. if it's about getting healthy and you don't know where to start, who do you know who had a similar goal as yours and you can talk to them? What resources do you need, do you think? Do you need a gym subscription membership? Do you need an app on your phone? Do you need a new shopping list for your groceries? You see where I'm going with this, right? And I'll give you a couple examples from my life. So, this one was huge. So, again, this is a framework that you can apply in small changes, situations. If you're stuck, if it's a problem, if it's small, and if it's big, like life changing. I'll start with the big one. I lived in New Zealand for 2 years. Best times, 2020 to 2022, during the pandemic. And I was teaching languages full time and I loved it. I was loving it. And the plan was to expand and keep working on this business. So I wanted to go back to Ukraine, where I'm originally from. So January 2022, I started thinking when I'm going back, maybe April, so it's warmer, it's springtime. But the world had different plans for me. As you may know, end of February 2022, Russia invades Ukraine and the war starts. Obviously, not a good plan to go to Ukraine right now. So, after the initial shock, that's a different story. I was thinking of alternative options, okay? And Canada came as an option for many reasons, but today I will focus on how I used these two questions in this situation. So, once I decided I'm going to Canada, my thinking was, okay, is there anyone I know? So, who do I know in Canada? Do I have any contacts who are Canadian or who lived in Canada? And I can pick their brain about what it's like, how the banking system works. I don't know, just day to day basic stuff. Number one. Number two, where do I stay, right? Resources. So, what resources do I need? Where do I stay? Do I know someone who knows someone where I can stay for some time? What do I do, right? Resources, house sitting. I can do some house sitting. What else can I do? I joined some Facebook groups. There were plenty where people were helping Ukrainians settle in, or give them some advice for how to navigate the bureaucratic system in Canada, and what some other information I can get about this in the meantime. So I started watching some videos on YouTube about Canada, about different cities, living in different cities, etc. So see how asking these questions was empowering. So this was giving me very valuable information. So when I landed in Vancouver 2022, I already had a plan. I knew where to get the social number, where to get the ID, how it works to open a bank account, how it works for rent, etc. I already had a lot of information to help me get settled faster. So if I didn't have this framework, I would have probably gone down the route of, why is this happening to me? I don't know what to do. I'm so miserable. Life is unfair, etc. I mean, of course, I did have those thoughts for a little bit, but then you gotta take charge of your life anyway. So, and the way you can do this is with these two questions: what and who. Another example is related. So, when I moved here, of course, when you move to a new city, a new country, you know no one. Okay, so you gotta recreate your social circle, connections, habits, hobbies, everything. So, where do I start? And one of my longest term hobbies has always been dancing. And I have been dancing tango for about 4 years now, and I started in New Zealand. So I thought, okay, dancing usually has been a pretty good source of new friends. So I asked myself, okay, what can I do? Right? Where do I even find these people? So Facebook group, okay, Tango Vancouver. Join the group, ask where to take classes, start going to classes, right? But again, who do I know? Do I know someone in this community? Not yet. Okay, so what can I do? I can join a Facebook group, I can start taking classes, I can ask about social events, etc. See how I primed myself for finding solutions instead of problems. So, again, if you're feeling stuck for whatever reason, your two best friends are who and what. I hope this helps, and I'm looking forward to reading some of your comments about how these two questions helped you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.